All right. My name's Clayton Davis. I'm the Senior Awards Editor at Variety. I have some good news and bad news. I'm going to start with the bad news. These are not NSYNC chairs. They're not here, and I'm not the sixth member. That's what they asked me. They were asking, they were begging. I said no. So whatever. Good news is I have the next best thing, which are the people behind this wonderful movie. How'd you like Trolls Band Together? So much fun. So, let me pull up because we have a line. I want you guys to get really, really excited about everyone that we're about to see. First up, we have our head of animation, Benjamin Willis. Head of story, Colin Jack. Writer of Trolls Band Together, Elizabeth Tippet. Co-director, Tim Heitz. Producer, the great Gina Shay. And the director of Trolls Band Together, directed all three of them. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for having us here. This is exciting.
All right, cool. Thank you, CIFA members and everyone in the industry that came today. Start with Ben. You did not dance, and like we had discussed outside.
Ben jammed.
Yeah. Head of animation, big quest to take on to outdo some of the others. My favorite Trolls movie of all three so far.
All right,
which it's very hard for the sequels to outdo the original. What was your approach to taking on this new type of animation style, especially with different techniques throughout?
Yeah, I think on this film we had, with all the other previous Trolls films, we're always trying to like push just a little bit further. Can we do something that's a little bit crazier, a little bit wackier? We had a kind of a running joke, but it was actually a pretty serious challenge for our animation team where we were like, could we get Walt and Tim to say like, okay, you've gone too far. That's too much. And I think we only got them to say it twice, over the course of all the films they were making. And in this world, we had a whole bunch of new characters that you saw, that brought some new challenges about how do you bring these new characters to life, bring something fresh, but also kind of like evolve the Trolls animation style a little bit more, so you could do something new and not just rehash what we had done before, but how can we push it forward in terms of appeal and fun and so yeah, it was a challenge in a lot of different ways, and we had a really talented team, so it was easy to count on them to come up with those answers for me.
Thanks. Colin and Elizabeth, we explored Branch's family tree. Get that? Branch family tree. See that? What were some of those discoveries and really exploring where he came from and the boy band era and paying homage to the '90s for some of us who were there?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, it was a real stretch, Justin Timberlake being a member of a boy band, so not too far, but it was really, I think it was very fun to explore. We know so much about Poppy and just finding out a little bit about Branch, and in the first movie we found out that he doesn't really have family, and so then to give him such a big family net in this movie was really
And also, I think one of the cool things about his story is it also kind of elaborates on why he has been the way he has been in the previous two movies, where he's a little more closed off and a little harder to, it's got a thick shell around him, and I think this movie kind of explains a little bit why he is that way.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of baggage.
He does.
Yeah.
He's
getting through it.
He is. This movie helps him get through it.
Gina, you've overseen all these movies, and I imagine letting some of these directors run amok in a studio could be very nerve-wracking, but also just very exciting to watch. What were some of those ideas that were thrown out that was like no versus what we actually see on the screen, which was absolutely yes?
I don't say no that much, actually. I'm there running amok with them.
She's on the front lines every day. Some of the weirdest, wildest jokes are yours and the ideas in here, that's for sure.
I mean, sometimes you guys come up with something super hilarious, and then you think you've gone too far, and I'm like, nope, we can make this work. I know we can get this to work because this is so funny. This is so unique. So, I'm more of like the curator.
I love all the homages to the boy bands at the beginning of the movie. I will pass by the 90-degree shade and the thigh omission, but taking on this and obviously relating it to the first NSYNC song in over 20 years, Better Place, now out on Spotify. Did you have to pitch that to Justin to say, like, yeah, we want to get everyone back together?
He actually pitched it to us. Like, he texted Gina, I don't know, you're out for a walk. Didn't he text you?
Casually, Justin Timberlake texts you?
He does that. They're tight, Gina and Justin.
I was walking my dog, and I got a text that said, I got this song for the movie, and I think it could be a great NSYNC song. I want to bring them back together for the film, and I just screamed. I was like,
I'm done. I'm done.
But
You want to sit over here?
then I called him and I just screamed again, so it didn't.
And then we had to hold in that scream for like 8 months, so knowing that this might be happening and be like, how do we not say anything?
It was
was
top
so
secret.
tough,
Yeah, there was people working on some of the animation they didn't even know. There was a whole elite team of NSYNC animators.
Ben, did you know?
Yes, thankfully I knew, but it was true. I actually had, we were so top secret, like we had to separate it from part of our pipeline and all that kind of stuff, so animators couldn't even like accidentally stumble across, some of the animation that had been done. But I did have one of my supervisors, because he's extra sneaky, he saw some emails come through that were like publishes, they're just like offline sort of things. He came to my room and he goes, what's this about this extra sequence? And don't they know we don't have time to do another sequence? And I was like, trust me, it's gonna be cool. Just trust. And I have some good friends who are diehard NSYNC fans that were very upset with me when they found out via the news, and I was like, I don't know what to say. But yeah, it was difficult. It was difficult too.
I had friends that guessed that I had to lie to. Where I was like, no, I don't think so. Friendship ruined.
But what the exploration of Poppy and her long-lost sister, plot twist. She has a sister out there, and now they're together making noise and songs together. We have like an NSYNC plus 2 now with the movie. Was that difficult to kind of incorporate, to have her own arc?
It was really hard at first. I mean, we got a lot of notes saying, do we need Viva in the movie? And all of us we absolutely do need her. I mean, she's so essential for Poppy's journey. Poppy has this idea, if she had a sibling, it'd be perfect. Like, they do everything together, so she gets to go on that journey of having a family is important. I mean, they're irreplaceable, but sometimes it's hard, right, gang? Who's out there?
Yeah.
Yes, hard to be in a family.
One thing I do love, how inclusive the movie is, and there's just subtle, beautiful hints. Our sensitive boy band member, I peeped the right ear being pierced, and it was really like something that was great to see. You don't have to be overtly obvious; you could just have it be there. Do you feel like boy bands are just a different era for people, or you think people understand how important they are to our upbringing in a very weird way, even though the guys don't like to admit that we were part of that and enjoying it as well?
It feels like boy bands have always been in the fabric of the music industry. Even way back, even the Beatles seemed like a boy band to me. But there is that particular era of the 90s that it just exploded, right?
Yeah, it was, for me, it was kind of something you couldn't miss. I was more of a rock and roll listener myself, but it was the music that was playing at all of our school dances. It was at all the parties you went to. It was in people's cars. Like, it was everywhere. So I think it really did inform, my sensibilities of what I think of as catchy pop music, and it's still alive and thriving today. So
You even had frosted tips, Tim.
I even had frosted tips. Yes, thank you. That is true. It doesn't work great on red hair, but I tried it.
Yeah.
You got it, Jerry.
Our villains in the movie, Veneer and Velvet and Veneer. Seemed to be a play on TikTok or like kind of everything we're seeing today. How did those two become the villains or badder people in this movie?
Well, we talked a lot about this kind of desire to be famous, and working with Justin and Anna and all these amazing artists is this idea to be famous. It's a lot of work, so we thought it'd be really funny to vilify people who were lazy. And these characters, they wanted to be famous just to be famous, but they didn't want to do the actual work it takes to get that fame. So it seemed like a funny villain right from the get-go.
Final question, the most important one. What's your favorite NSYNC song?
Better Place.
Yeah, good answer.
Well done.
Good answer.
They got the assignment. Well, actually, real final question now. Where do we go for another? Is there another one like in somewhere embedded? Is there a fourth one with Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and New Kids on the Block, all being related, hanging out together in a better place?
Is that a pitch? Are you
I mean,
pitching?
I'm not head of story over here, but I can throw something together.
I hope we get to make another one. I really do. It's so much fun making these films, working with all these incredible artists, and just putting something joyful out into the world. It just means the world to us. So if everybody wants one, we're ready. We're ready.
Plenty more to explore. Plenty more.
Hundreds of stories.
And the way we get one is to tell your friends and family to come out on November 17th to go see Trolls Band Together. So we're going to leave now, but you're going to go down to Trolls Fest downstairs and get some free stuff. So thank you all the filmmakers for Trolls Band Together.
Thank you, Clayton.
And enjoy the day.
Thank you, Clayton. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Wow.